Today, we're going into the world of Koenigsegg's Nürburgring ban, or more accurately, the myth of it. Buckle up, because we're going to discover Koenigsegg's ring adventures, as well as the true explanation behind why these hypercars are allegedly banned from the Nürburgring. Koenigsegg's history at the ring. Koenigsegg's experience at the Nürburgring has been a wild one. For years, they've been chasing lap time supremacy at this legendary circuit. It's been an interesting trip, from having their lap record aspirations banned at the last minute to high-speed collisions. Nonetheless, their goal of Nordschleife lap time domination has not been realized. The CCR lap time. The 800-plus horsepower Koenigsegg CCR made a daring move in October 2005. Without official Koenigsegg testing, media tested the CCR. Sport Auto's Horst von Sauerma set a stellar 7:34 lap time. Modern cars like the Audi RS3 Limousine and BMW M4 Competition X Drive are 6 seconds quicker. Koenigsegg CCX at ring. The US CCR, the Koenigsegg CCX, made an impact in August 2008. It has 806 horsepower from the Koenigsegg V8 and 920 Newton-meters of torque, allowing it to reach 245 miles per hour and accelerate from 0 to 300 in 29.2 seconds. At 155 miles per hour, the 12 to 80 kilogram automobile created 100 kilos of downforce. Marc Basseng set a lap time of 7:33.5 with this vehicle, which was excellent but not a record. This automobile was also famous for the Stieg's Top Gear Power Lap disaster. First arrival, years later, in March 2014, Koenigsegg introduced the 1-1, a power-to-weight ratio like no other. 1360 horsepower, 1360 kilo, and 1371 Nm of torque. The 1.1 ratio gives the automobile its name. A 5-liter V8 engine with an 8250 RPM rev limitation powered it. Carbon fiber intake manifolds and aluminum fabrication limited the engine's weight to 197 kilos. It had a paddle-shifting 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox, accelerating to 248.5 miles per hour, 400 km per hour, took 20 seconds, while decelerating to 0 took 10 seconds. With these qualities, it looked destined for Nürburgring glory. Von Koenigsegg has hinted about setting a Nürburgring lap record in the next months or years. Tragic crash, however, a Fatal Villain racing event in March 2015, changed everything. A Nissan GTR, driven by Jan Mardenborough, went airborne over the Nürburgring jump at Quiddelbacher Ho, killing a spectator. Track management took swift action, including limiting speed at Flugplatz, where the tragedy happened. Movie apex. Despite the accident a few months earlier, Koenigsegg's determination to set a lap record in the 1-1 was unwavering and poised to be the exhilarating pinnacle of the 3-year apex story of the hypercar film, which chronicled his quest to redefine the hypercar landscape. The video team was ready to go to Germany to cover this historic record attempt. At the time, the radical SR8 LM held the production car lap record at 6:48, followed by the Porsche 918 Spyder at 6:57. Koenigsegg's simulations showed they could break the lap record. The Speed Limit Challenge. The event underscored the Nordschleife's risks. The Apex movie's finale and Koenigsegg's biggest accomplishment were cancelled again. After the tragic collision a few months earlier, Nürburgring management imposed speed limitations at numerous circuit locations. Dottinger Hohe Straight, 250 kilometers per hour, 155 miles per hour, max. Antonio Bucci Corner, 200 kilometers per hour, 124 miles per hour, max. Quiddelbacher, Hohe Corner and jump, up to 200 kilometers per hour, 124 miles per hour, maximum 200 kilometers per hour, 124 miles per hour. Schwedenkreuz Corner Koenigsegg was disappointed since the 1-1's flat-out speed in these sectors may have given it a lap time advantage. In Tiergarten, a long, fast segment where Christian thought the 1-1 might hit 186 miles per hour, speed was stopped at 124 miles per hour. While establishing Nürburgring lap times was not technically outlawed, the speed constraints rendered it pointless. Nürburgring administration regulated all manufacturers' speeds. Thus, the Apex directors had to create a new ending. Return to Glory failed. Koenigsegg returned to the show in March 2016 after safety precautions were made and speed limitations were removed. With the 1-1, they were ready to establish a lap record in June 2016. To prepare for the Nürburgring, the crew spent days training, testing, and tweaking the vehicle. As a road-legal automobile, all changes had to be within specified limits. After thorough testing, they attempted a record. Around 1/3 of the lap, the driver entered the foxhole and braked for Adenauer Forst, causing calamity. Even with ABS, the front wheels locked up, propelling the vehicle into the barriers at high speed. The driver survived, but the 1341 horsepower hypercar was a disaster. A photographer said that the driver entered the sector at high speed, braked quickly, and Flugplatz, where the tragedy happened. The automobile hit an embankment after hitting a barrier. Significant skid marks indicated a mechanical problem, maybe connected to the ABS. Koenigsegg had bad Nürburgring luck. Agera-based prototypes also failed there in 2014. However, the 1-1 was rarer and more costly. Only 7 were made, including a prototype, costing an estimated $3.1 million. It was arguably the most costly non-motorsport automobile to crash at Nürburgring. After the prototype was sold the year before, all 7 1-1s were assumed to be privately owned. The good news is that Koenigsegg will restore the automobile, the promise of Jesko. Unfazed, the Jesko, released by Koenigsegg in March 2019, was limited to 125 units and cost $3 million. With 1,600 horsepower and 1,500 Newton-meters of torque, this hypercar can reach speeds of 310 miles per hour. With an innovative 9-speed Koenigsegg Lightspeed transmission, LST, it redlines at 8,500 RPM. The Jesko is the ultimate track performer with almost 1,000 kilos of downforce from its sophisticated aerodynamics on its 1,420-kilogram frame. Inspired by his ambitions, Christian von Koenigsegg suggested returning to the Nürburgring to set a lap record. No ban, speed limits. Were Koenigsegg barred from Nürburgring? Not exactly. Speed constraints made record attempts unfeasible, but they're preparing for a spectacular comeback. Koenigsegg's Nürburgring pursuit continues with the Mercedes-AMG 1's 635.183 record. Swedish speed demons win when, not if. Who will win the Nürburgring next? Comment your opinions below. Please like and subscribe if you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more adventurous car rides.